So this is something that I've always like felt really strange about. Like you see a lot of people on this app or other apps or just in life in general, are just saying, if he knows, he knows. It doesn't take 2, 3 years. He knows within the first 3 months, he knows within the first year, all these things that are encouraging women to really put themselves in some terrible situations. I'm sorry, I just really don't think that you know somebody after 3, 4, 5, 6 months with enough to tie yourself to them legally for life. Do you not realize that this person has the power to pull the plug on you if you are laid up in the hospital? Like that person is your next of kin. Does that not seem strange to you that the advice is to put yourself in a position that that person has that much power over whether you live or die, and you've only known that person in 3, 6 months, less than a year? At one point, I really bought into this mindset. I was that person who was just like, I'm not wasting any of my time. I'm a wife. I'm not going to let, a man waste 2, 3 years of my life. He has to know soon, and we are dating for marriage. And I ended up getting married to a guy who was just a horrible person. We dated for less than 6 months. We were supposed to be engaged for, a year or two, and he just pressed and pressed and pressed and pressed on us going and immediately getting married. So we had dated, I think, like 5 months. We were engaged for maybe like 45 days or so. And, he really put the pressure on to just go to the courthouse and get married, even though I wanted to wait for a year. But he made all these arguments about, the insurance and, you could be on my benefits and all these good things. Why wait? We already know that we're in love and want to be together. So I married him. And honey, like 2 weeks later, the mask completely fell off, and it was like night and day. He went from this very, happy-go-lucky person, very outgoing, very loving and affectionate, to just completely cold in 2 weeks. And I would ask him, did I do something wrong? Is he mad or is he set with something? And he would just basically ignore me and not say anything. It didn't take me long to find out that he was highly insecure. He didn't like the fact that I made more money than him. He wasn't interested in any of my accomplishments. Matter of fact, he hated them. And I found this out one day at dinner with one of his friends because his friend was making fun of me and calling me lazy because I worked from home, when I really had my own business and I was making over 6 figures at that point from home. And he literally sat there and laughed with his friends about how lazy I was because I didn't have a real job, even though I made more than him was paying majority of the bills. So be careful and be more wise.